actually. As for predictions, we have a few people that wrote and helped me out with this, including JD8, Dolan, and Xerox. And for this match, everybody predicted South Korea to take the win. Now, it's pretty obvious, I think, that everybody picked South Korea, since this year around they have a very, very solid team. All around, they are covered on pretty much every mod. And for Hong Kong, they have very solid hidden setup, but for the remainder of the mods, I don't think they are as strong as South Korea.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much everybody I've spoken to has the same idea. South Korea always brings a solid team to the Sketch World Cup. Hong Kong is never much of a slouch either, but when you're going up against South Korea, you really need to pull out all the stops. And I don't think the round of 16 map pool is quite difficult enough to give them a huge advantage yet, but they're always a solid team, and it's hard to count them out of anything.
I do hope to see Hong Kong scrape up a few points from South Korea myself as well. I mean, they are a capable team of doing it, and it will not be the greatest thing of the day to start off with a clean sweep, so let's hope that that will happen.
And here we go. I see Azrael has decided to go with an interesting mod combination.
Typical. We also have Alien Flybot with Hidden. I mean, Hidden? What's easy? Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm so used to saying Alien Flybot and Hidden. This is very much unexpected to me.
Yeah, I understand completely.
And then we also have Spectate and Berea both picking Hidden. Also 2 Hidden plays, so nothing special to be seen there. Alice Carleted without any kind of mod on. Latifat trying to brag a little bit with HDHL prior to the match. We'll see how that turns out. He failed. Okay, never mind. Oopsie. I find that to be a very good idea.
Nothing too memey or over the top, not like a Polish or a Dutch warm-up.
No thanks. No, that's true though. It's a combo difficulty, so it's probably a bit more difficult than most catch difficulties. And that's not to insult catch maps, but it's mostly true, especially when you're side reading. But Spectator is back at it again. I mean, Spectator had a break for a while on Osu, even though he was one of the world's best players, to be fair. But looking at how he's playing this map, it's very glad to see him picking up that skill again. Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah, he is back. No rust at all. At least not at this level. Once we get into the later map pools, then we might see some of that rust come out. But on this, he's just absolutely nailing it. Jeez.
I expect everybody on the South Korean team to crush this map pool. This match is probably going to be all about whoever misses and not about whoever has the highest combo. I mean, it differs per match here and there, but these two teams are on such a high level, especially South Korea, that you actually need all those FCs.
Yeah,
as far as I recall,
with this map pool. Go on, sorry.
No, my apologies. But as far as I remember from South Korea this year in the group stage, they had a 12-0 win-loss ratio in the group stage, so it was pretty amazing to see as well. Let's see, what is this? Silent Voltic Gravity Wars with some mean words in the difficulty name.
I know this song. I've seen the standard map set of it.
I wonder whose map this is. Hyper W7's map, coming from XCON.
Oh
god.
Boy.
Okay, so this one might reach up to the 21 stars, you never know.
Maybe a bit over, yeah. Hyper's maps tend to be on the more extreme side of things.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
I mean, when XCON makes a tearful face, you know things are about to get real.
He has the capacities to map though. I like Hyper W on some of his maps, like Crystallize is one of my favorites coming from him. Some of them are kind of finicky and gimmicky, but I mean, he can do it. So maybe this is a proper map coming from him too. You never know. Don't have any prejudice. Hey, okay, never mind. I see Relax from XCON. Never mind. This is going to be a full meme.
Yeah. I do actually like Hyper's Invasion of Stray Cats map. The one with the Simpsons background. That one was an interesting play.
I think that was the mascot of theirs for 2015 CWC.
Yeah, I think so.
But for the people that don't know, XCON can also play Relax is very good. As you can also see here. But the guy actually practices almost everything. It's pretty crazy. He's really good at stand too with his touchscreen thingy. I mean, look at this. He's actually holding a higher accuracy than everyone right now, except for Alex Karlitz. Who, mind you, also is doing really good, to be fair. Looking at these jumps, I mean, Jesus Christ, all these snaps are everywhere.
Yeah, I can't tell if this is meant to be played or not, to be brutally honest.
I guess the very high end could somewhat play it, but it's not really playable, no. Especially, like, these snaps are just way too difficult to fetch all the time. Consistently, anyway.
They almost make a horizontal line across the screen.
Exactly, it's pretty crazy. But I mean, you never know, like, the skill level, the skill roof of players in Catch are raising every year, I can notice.
Oh, yeah, no.
Who knows, this becomes the standard in 2020. You never know. I mean, back in the day, people thought it was weird to do AO9DT2, and I mean, look now, almost everybody in the top X amount of players can do it, so.
Hyper's combo, what? Oh, never mind, alright.
I mean, typical Hyper, really. Sometimes you need these kind of things. I mean, look at that.
That was interesting.
That was a 21 star rating, I guess.
Yeah. Just all 21 stars at the end, just added on.
I hope Loxov's client thingy didn't break there. We'll see.
Ladies and gentlemen, a glimpse of the finals map pool right there.
Yeah, that's the final tiebreaker. Sorry to spoil it for you guys. We're gonna go into the roles, everybody. So first one, the winner of the role gets to both ban and pick first. So let's see whoever has the higher roll here. XCON with a 35. I'm gonna go with 12. probably going for hard rock or double time. Maybe no, but like they can really pick anything they like. They are very much covered and hidden, but they would prefer to pick hard rock against Hong Kong, just because they know they haven't gotten any kind of very capable hard rock players on their side of the spectrum.
Oh dear.
7. Okay.
Yeah, that's.
Jesus.
I'm just wondering what the bans are going to be between these two teams, because, like you said, they're capable of playing pretty much everything. So, what kind of strategy they're going to employ in terms of banning out maps? I'm really interested to see.
Piku's map, so that's a hard rock pick actually from the South Korean team. A very slow hard rock pick, catch specific. I suspect Hong Kong going for the convert hard rock myself. And they should have banned a second, but
yeah, well,
yeah, oh well. It's just the hype doing it. Blumenkranz double time.
Aw, that makes me sad. I actually wanted to see Blumenkranz, but all right.
I mean, Blumenkranz has a few tricky parts which he either want to learn or not want to learn, and seemingly the Hong Kong team didn't want to do that, so that's why they banned it.
I suppose that's fair enough. It is a convert after all.
Every mod pool kind of has a map which you can steady even if you don't really know the mod, and that would be the one for double time, but, well, then you have to steady. So a lot of people don't feel keen on doing that, they just want to play whatever they're comfortable with. So banning it shouldn't be too big of a surprise to any one of us. We are banning the Piku's map on the hard rock section by South Korea. That's pretty weird, to be fair. I wouldn't know why they would ban that, but maybe they just didn't like the song or so. I wouldn't know, to be fair.
I like the song. It's one of Hellblind's quieter tracks, and I appreciate the variance as opposed to his hard bass lollycore thing that he normally does.
Both are pretty good.
Pretty strong in hard rocks. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they just don't like the map.
I guess. It has a really slow section too, which you can choke on. If people are nervous on their team, maybe they want to hold off from doing that map then. But I don't think that Hong Kong would have picked it against them anyway.
Yeah, probably not. It's not an excessively complicated map. Maybe they're just... South Korea just doesn't want to play it as an easier map, you know? In case they miss, then Hong Kong might just get the triple FC out. You never know. Oh, here we go. Just taking
precautions, I guess. And we are starting off with Russian Roulette, the hidden pick. Coming from South Korea again. All my predictions have gone to waste, actually. That's really weird to see. Anyway, as for the chat, who do you think who's gonna win? Who's gonna take this one? Hong Kong or South Korea? Let me know. I myself will stay with my previously formed opinion. I'm gonna go with South Korea on this one. What about you, Arf?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with South Korea on this one as well. Conventional wisdom says they're gonna take it away.
Also, as for the match, this is best out of 9 match. So the first seeds, this is that will win 5 maps on this one. It's gonna take the win, and we'll advance to the next round in the seedle with the WC 2017 bracket edition. I'm very good at boys. Soon, we're gonna go into the first.
Korea represent.
Exactly. Because they didn't use the Stray Cats map for the bombers. Everybody's still holding on to NSS very nicely. I mean, most misses only occur around 400 to 600 combos, so I wouldn't be too surprised to see that happen this match too. It's pretty difficult to just start off with Hidden in a match though, so I'm gonna get you.
On either side. We are only a quarter of the way through the map though. Remember, this is just over 3 minutes long, quite a long time for any mistakes to happen. And as Sartan said, most of the misses will be coming up in about 100 combo, if any.
Spooky. I would be very much surprised to see no misses occur, so...
Yeah, it can be a little tricky, especially as a starting map, so... We'll see how the nerves affect them. It's not pure ARA, so it's not quite as slow as it could be.
Gallagher from previous map.
Exactly, there we go.
Yeah. Heenix with the first miss for Hong Kong, right up, followed up by Berea though, so it's not too drastic yet. Berea with a second match actually giving Hong Kong the lead now. And this might go to Hong Kong if this continues pretty much. Now with a score lead of about 10,000 points-ish.
Yeah, South Korea are gonna... This
So little left
right now.
the maze for Hong Kong on this map. And it does seem so. Ouch! Close though. 35,000 points only. Actually, no, sorry, 25,000. That's even less. Jesus Christ. That could have swung either way though. If it went for Latifa on the latter end of the map, Hong Kong would have taken the first point, which would have been South Korea's pick too. I mean, that would have been a very good start for them. This isn't a bad start by any means, but they'll have to win their next pack in order to stay in the game.
Yeah, Hong Kong getting a break point right off the bat would have been an unbelievable opening to the match for them, at least. Those 3 double S's, though, from Alien Flybot, MJJ, and XCon, as expected, I suppose, from those 3, especially AFB.
Mm-hmm.
So what will Hong Kong reply with? Now, having almost won that pick.
I can suspect that they are discussing because this could have very well been their own pick too, really.
That's very true, seeing their performance.
Mm-hmm. So I can understand why they need a little time off here. I'm not sure if they want to go for Hidden again.
Yeah, exactly. Considering what the other 2 Hidden maps are like, particularly Destruct, I'm not sure if they're gonna opt for that.
I think if anything from Hidden, they want to go for Abella, but I do suspect a Nomad pick to be more reliable here for the Hong Kongese team. So I'm gonna expect that for now. Maybe the Ascenders map, the very long one? Not sure. We'll see.
The Cliff Edge map, do you mean? The 4-minute one?
Cliff Edge. Yep.
It's got a somewhat low circle size, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Not sure if they'd go for that right off the bat.
I'm not sure if that affects the team a lot, especially due to the spacing that we could speak on the map. And especially with
the
this
BPM is not very high either.
And also for the people in the chat, you should know that Alien Flybot is the best thinker. Literally. He knows. The double time.
Interesting.
Cherry Blossom.
This is one of the simpler double time picks this time around, I'd say. I mean, it's the approach rate is a little high, but the patterns are nothing too high level, especially considering who's playing them right now.
This map for the double time section is probably the easiest of all of them. Being a spectator map, I always recommend people that want to get into double time to play spectator map for this very reason. Comfortable patterns, but still they learn you how to speed up a little bit. They learn you how to control your catch it on double time. And this is just a platter. I'm not gonna say it's easily doable every single try to get an FC on it, but it's definitely a map you can comfortably play with nerve and still be able to get an FC on. So I think this.
Goodness. This sounds like someone running their hands over a piano as fast as they can.
Okay, you try and do that and try and send the same then. I will give you big props if you're able to do that. You might be one of the best pianists in the world in that regard.
Nah, I personally find it a real shame because Meme's songs are a real treat if you're into electronica.
You're right though, but I don't think this sounds too bad.
It's not horrible by any means.
I guess. Switching up Alien Flybot for Hine X.
Not that surprising, I'd say.
Hine X is also replacing Alien Flybot's name, seemingly. Looking at the chat, I am AFB. Hi. Alrighty, guys, we're getting into the second map. Two hidden picks. Hine X and Berea both going for hidden. Not very much unexpected. As for South Korea, only one change in the roster. Ashfield coming in. No misses thus far.
Yeah, this map is relatively short, even without double time. With double time, it averages out to about, I believe, 1 minute 30 seconds, around TV size.
Yeah, exactly, around TV size. Most misses probably will happen around the Ki. And there's a miss from Hatsifasama. Ouch! Ooh. Again with the drops for his team.
That's a strange place to miss as well. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. And then the break for
Hatsifasama especially. Knowing him as a double time player, he's very much capable. So this is weird to see. It's probably the tournament nerves. Korea will
the nerves, or perhaps a lack of warm up.
I mean, hidden and double time are just polar opposite mods as well. So it's kind of weird to jump right into a double time map right after the hidden map. XCON, however, with a miss from South Korea, maybe giving a slight opportunity for Hong Kong to come back here.
There's something you don't see every day. Here we go.
Exactly.
An opportunity.
Let's see how this pans out. The ending of the map is very close. Oh my god, 500 points of difference. This would have gone to Hong Kong, wasn't it? For Jesus. I'm at a lack of words for this one. XCON, if only he had missed one note prior to that miss he had at the very end of the map, it could have just gone to Hong Kong in the very end. But Jesus Christ, South Korea only getting this point by a very small margin, and they are probably kind of nervous at this point, having lost almost 2 points consecutive. That's amazing. I mean, really, they won with 2 bananas. As Locks have said in the chat.
No, one banana, I think, even. Oh, just a little over 1. Basically 2, yeah.
Yeah, they do have the points you get from bananas in Score V2, logically, since the score caps are at around 1 million points.
Yeah.
So every banana gets 350 now. We're gonna go into Abella. South Korea staying with their hidden guns intact. I wonder if Wu's gonna switch out for Hong Kong here. I suspect Alien Flybot to come back into the room, but HynaX is people with hidden, maybe more so than Latifa. And it seems that both, HynaX and Alice Carlet's switch it out for the players here. Bella in map pool, OMG, perfect map. Yeah, it's a great song. Not gonna disagree. Ashfield switching over to Hong Kong. Last moment.
Oh, so it's Spectator. Lots of traders today. Oh, this song is absolutely amazing. I totally agree with you there.
This is one of the better songs for MTU as well. I mean, their songs are very much similar, but sometimes they just have this one musical piece which is so good, so good.
MTU in general, I love accordions. It's just oh, now Hyper's gone over to the other side. What is with the defections today? Brain Power's the little sister.
The younger little dumber sister. So it's gonna be the entry of Insane Player for this match. Wonder how he's gonna perform on this map. To be fair, I don't know a lot about this player myself either, but I suspect he'd be good at hidden for him to switch over Alice Carlet in this matchup. As for South Korea, very logical, Spectator Berea. Actually, Hyper coming in for XCon, which is more of a hard rock player, but he's very much capable with hidden as well. I mean, all Koreans are kinda all-rounders, even though they excel at one mod mostly. They are very much capable of playing all of them. But maybe it's because of XCon's miss in the previous map for him to switch over. Wait is my favorite word in the CWC, not. Ouch.
The bane of the referee.
Dave coming in with the facts.
FB using synonyms to throw off Dave. Oh, here we go. So as with most M2U songs or maps, I should say, the rhythm is somewhat unconventional. You'll see some gimmicky patterns here and there to follow along with the song. A few dense hyper sections in this map as well, I believe.
Not too dense, but very much space. And that's what's making this map very much difficult too. I mean, this entire hidden pull is pretty difficult, to be fair, especially for a round of 16.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Alien Flybot with a first miss for Hong Kong. Not to be expected from him, of all players. Wonder if any South Koreans are gonna drop here. Berea, Alien Flybot, both finding into the miss. Alien Flybot almost failing due to nerves, I think. But Berea is not doing too much better anyway either. Also finding a lot of misses. The stakes are kind of even still. It's all gonna come down to Insane Player, Latifa, and Spectator Hyper W. What a day you're gonna miss. Right now or soon or after. Insane Player for a miss with Hong Kong. Latify, the only one left with a full combo, and as I say it, he's gonna drop 2. This one is probably gonna go to South Korea. I think it's sealed already.
Yep, there's just over half the map left with 2 FCs to none on the other side. I don't see Hong Kong coming back now. They need both Spectator and Hyper to miss, along with Berea, just to make the score that much smaller. I don't see it happening though.
Yeah, this map is very difficult to be consistent at. Very much surprised to see Spectator and Hyper W doing this well. I mean, Spectator with a pretty low accuracy at that, so nice performance coming from them. And Hong Kong is just falling apart. Nobody able to get any kind of combo. Score difference of more than 300,000. This is like the complete polar opposite Hong Kong that we saw in the previous 2 maps. Being dominated by South Korea here. A miss for Hyper W at the end. It's not going to matter too much. Spectator coming in with an FC. Wow.
Decisive from South Korea.
I mean, this kind of brings me back to the group stage where DK 312. That name is always difficult to say. Numbers. I don't like maths. He FC'd the Fjarlagor map with an accuracy of about 98.20% too. He just ignored droplets. That was so cool to see. It almost feels like a light version of it coming from Spectator. Quite some droplet misses. But still an FC, and nonetheless, I mean, it's all about the FCing here. Droplets still aren't too magnificent part of the score in order to be that important to watch out for. It really only comes down when everybody has an FC in the exact same spinners. That's where accuracy comes in. Other than that, not really too important in Score V2. I mean, it wasn't important at all.
Second map.
Yeah, pretty much, really.
500 score difference.
Exactly. I mean, that's where accuracy comes in.
So what will Hong Kong reply? Alien Flybot with Date's favorite word again.
Oh, here we are. Unicode thinking.
The interminable wait continues.
I mean, grant the players a little bit of time, Dave. Be the nice guy that always everybody wants you to be.
I want to see Destruct, but I feel like they're gonna go for Nomad.
I really doubt that they're gonna go with Destruct.
Yeah,
that's a very bad decision.
Yeah, definitely a very bad decision.
Oh,
they've gone with the Suriru map. Oh boy.
Now, all my expectations have just been thrown into the water at this point.
They're just picking what they want.
Yeah, exactly. They're just picking what I don't want to see coming from this match. I want to be correct with my predictions. Come on, guys. What is this? Koyomi Sakura. Now, this map is the hardest in the Hard Rock brackets. Needs a lot of remembrance. There's a lot of very much space jumps. I think there's some pixels too. Not a comfortable map to play. You need to remember these patterns. It's long as well. It's longer than 3 minutes. Unlike the other 2 Hard Rock picks.
4 minutes, I think. Well, there is a break in the middle though, so it's also Portrait 9.9, I think, with HR. As you mentioned, a lot of space dashes and, yeah, remembering the patterns. They do require a certain degree of memorization.
Hong Kong picking Hard Rock against SK. What's okay then? Yeah, JBH. I just had the same reaction, really. This is weird to see. I mean, maybe it's a tactical pick, who knows? I had not thought that they would be learning these maps to remember them right before the match, just because they banned Blumenkrantz, which is also one of those maps which you need to remember, kinda, with a very weird pattern at around 600 combo. But picking this is... okay. Switched over the expectations again. Might just switch all 3 players for the other 3 players for any map.
Yeah, exactly.
Good morning to you as well, Asriel. And everybody else as well, of course. For people that only just tuned into the stream, this is the first match of the day. Hong Kong versus South Korea. South Korea now 3 points in the lead with a best out of 9 match. Getting into Koyomi Sakura. Hidden picked by HineX and Asriel.
This circle size is just the perfect size for me personally. So much fun to play.
This circle size is perfect to gain depression while practicing the map pool.
Exactly, that as well.
Well,
Shame you can't see the storyboard for this map. Oh well.
Storyboards in 2017.
Well, this isn't 2017. This is a Siriru map. That's about as ancient as they come.
Sorry. Oh.
To not say the storyboard is an injustice.
Deadbeat actually came out of hibernation to mention it. That's how you know it's old.
Something messed up. Hi,
Those of you
Deadbeat.
who don't know, like, Buggeruru was like one of the top tier storyboarders of his time.
Oh yeah, back in the
I
day.
think there were only a few people who could kind of like compete with him. One of them, I think, was Sin, who did Miku Nikurimu.
I already have history classes in my own free time.
You want
My
me to learn more
apologies.
here?
Going
You
back
guys
to
have
the
not
map
seen
again.
Deadbeat as always, but still everybody holding on to combo. Jesus Christ.
We haven't quite made it to I think the second Kia is where things start to jump a little bit, so that's where we might see some drops.
I mean, really, the beginning is also pretty difficult already. Don't
That's also
underestimate
true.
by looking at it from the stream client. These spacings are not the most comfortable. You really have to reach out here and there, like there at 550 combo.
Yeah, so the combination of the AR circle size and the fact that it's a convert makes for some very unconventional.
And
or
a miss
you
for
don't
Latifah
expect it.
Sama
There you
again,
go.
following up the pattern.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus, it's Latifah, sadly, every single time with the misses.
Right before the break in the song as well, so everyone able to see it's on display. Oh boy.
And HineX is going to follow up. There's going to be 2 misses required from South Korea. I think 3 at this point to give Hong Kong a lead here. Oh, it's not looking good for Hong Kong again. This is really sad. There's only 2 misses. And you're already trailing behind by about 100,000 points. Ouch. And as chat mentions, this is definitely not Latifah Sama's day. I mean, he's way more capable than this. Pretty sad to see him play. Well, not bad, but not as good as he could today.
Yeah, it's just heartbreaking when you're costing your team a certain number of points, or even the victory in a few of the cases we've seen so far. And when it happens not once, not twice, but 3 times, it's just it's heartbreaking at that point.
Yeah, it's really sad to see.
Moving into the final PI, South Korea's got an absolute iron fist on this, I think. There 3 full combos, 3 double S's in fact, correcting myself. No signs of dropping.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen anymore, I think.
It's only Alex Cartlet on the other side, yeah. I see those little triples, the mini jumps in
Ooh.
between them. Oh!
MJJ with some
MJJ
misses.
proving me wrong. Oh, of all the people, I would not expect him to drop. He's extremely consistent.
I mean, that's what he's known for.
Yeah.
Spreading. His amount of S's is more than the amount of days that you've lived, pretty much, for MJJ.
Yeah, if you've ever played old standard maps on CTB, then you've seen the name MJJ741 sitting at the top.
40-0 for South Korea, and it's looking pretty grim for Hong Kong at this point. Next pick is for South Korea, going with Crescendo, the Wild 194 map, snappy as hell. It's very much chokeable. If you miss snap once, you're not gonna catch a lot of notes. You're gonna miss an entire jump, an entire stream of notes, sometimes even.
Yeah, I believe this is the song with the compound timing. It's got 1/3 or 1/6 snappings pretty much throughout the entire song. You have to be paying attention to the rhythm. Also noteworthy that South Korea is actually on match point. They're 4 points up. They only need one more to win. And as Fushimiku does mention, finally a no-mod map. Yeah, I was wondering when they would turn to the no-mod pool, having gone through Hidden and Hard Rock. I still think it's a shame we didn't see Destruct, considering South Korea is picking, but I'm also not surprised at the same time that they didn't go with that. I don't know how many times we'll see Destruct throughout this round of 16, but I'm betting you'll be able to count him off on one hand.
You say they went through Hidden
so.
Hard Rock, but you forgot the double time pick.
Oh, there was double time in there, that's right.
Mm-hmm. We had the spectator map, the meme. Two digits versus 1 digit. Ah. I mean, there's lots of 1-digit players in South Korea. Yep, we are.
Oh yeah, there are.
Some synergy from Dave and Locktoff 1-1. Beautiful romance. Here we are, spin it at the very beginning of the map. I'm just looking at the screens of MJJ next go now.
Yeah,
they always seem to find the weirdest patterns, and yeah, it's definitely South Korea that outspun Hong Kong on the very beginning of the map. I mean, spinners can be very important on this one. These players are not very much choking on this map a lot anyway, I think.
I'm hoping Hong Kong at least takes 1 point. They've played well enough to deserve it.
Yeah, that's true. I hope they take this one, and I mean, I'd rather have them take another 3 as well for a tiebreaker, but hey.
Dare to dream.
That's the dream, everyone. I'm just gonna do it like all those commentators do. Hype it up for Hong Kong to see a reverse sweep. Let's go.
Give them your energy. Yeah, it is do or die for Hong Kong at this point, though. Everyone holding strong, moving past the first third of the map. We are coming soon to a slightly more difficult section, though.
And here's where the snaps come in.
Here we go. Ooh.
Nothing to be seen yet. Some droplet miss as well. Another miss for Latifah Sama. Heart crushing. We have to wait for a miss from South Korea before 600 combo appears.
And I don't. Once this section is over, I don't see South Korea missing it all.
Flyboard and the team is falling apart.
Oh.
Another miss for Alien. I don't see it. Might just be a clean sweep. The nightmare that we had.
Yeah, it is looking that way, unfortunately. South Korea just holding tremendously strong. Spectator, as mentioned, a little early on some of them, but with Latifah Sama and Alien Flybot misses, there is just absolutely no hope. Alice Bartlett still doing his best, not giving up, but as the map winds down, it's 1 SS to 2. And congratulations to South Korea.
Yeah, congratulations, well played. I mean, this was a win that they deserved, but still heart-crushing for Hong Kong to have not taken any points, sadly. It was so close as well, Arf. It was so close.
It was incredibly close.
700 points on one of these maps. Jesus Christ.
You have to remember, Hong Kong almost took the first 2 maps. It was just pure bad luck that they didn't. mean, 500 points on that second one. Jeez.
It's crazy when you think about how minuscule the difference was here and there. I mean, you had a 300k difference once, and you also had a 500 difference once.
Exactly. Good to see the confidence from Alien Flybot there, though.
We will be back from losers. Expect that to happen, guys, in chat. Hong Kong is not out yet. They will go into the losers bracket now.
They are capable.
One of the better teams this year. I don't see him go out without a bang.
Still, that was a definite good start to the weekend matches, I'd say.
Oh yeah, that was very a blast to open with.
It was a blast, yeah. I mean,
Close
nobody
scores,
played for Hong Kong
last
to even
minute
get close to
score
scores
swaps.
sometimes.
Exactly.
So, yeah. Being able to put South Korea in a corner with a cube map, that's a feat on its own, really. We're gonna go into Poland versus China in our next match. As for predictions, again, all people that were asked, including JBH, myself, Dolan, and Xerox, all stated that China will take this win. Again, China has won CWC's previous year edition. Very good team. They have almost the exact same roster this year. And they had some tactical planning on these matches as well, deliberately losing in the group stage to get into this side of the bracket to not face South Korea early on in the matches. I mean, that's a pretty smart move, thinking that far ahead. Jesus Christ. It's filthy for Poland, since they will now have to face China, which would have been the UK otherwise. I think that's a, well, not to make the UK people feel bad by any means, but that would have been an easier matchup, I think, for Poland. But they also became very much determined to take China's win away from them today. So who knows, might that happen as well. Poland is known for training a lot on their maps. China is just known for being very good overall. I do expect Poland to scrape off a few points from China, but China just has this highest skill level in general. I think that might just be the dominant factor in this match, but who knows? I might be completely wrong. I'm not saying that Poland can't take a win here. Just saying. What about you, Arf? What are your expectations?
Oh, Poland isn't going down without a fight, that's for sure. I mean, they probably weren't expecting to face China in the round of 16 when they saw how the group stage brackets were lined up, but as you mentioned, China decided to take things into their own hands, and here we are. I'm still going to favor China, just like everyone else. All our so-called experts at home have given the lowdown on that, but I don't know. I still say Poland could come away with at least a couple of points here.